everyone. I'm Brenda Terry O'Regan, your Superintendent of Schools, and I want to welcome you all to the grand opening ribbon-cutting ceremony for the new Center Elementary School. This district-wide school serves all of our 753 second, third, and fourth grade students in Tewksbury. Our second graders are in the back of the room. Wave to our second graders. Okay. Our third graders are over here to the side of us. Hi, third graders, and over here. And then our fourth graders are lining the balcony right up above. They are all here to kick off this event with approximately 150 staff members from the Center Elementary School and our entire central office. As if you didn't know, we all call this new school home as well, as the central offices are right underneath our gym. Our district leadership team is here as well. Thank you for sharing in this important day with us. Mr. Harding, if you could now cue our Center Elementary School morning news. Great job, everyone. And now you can please be seated. Thank you all. Mr. Harding, are our guests staying with us for a little while, or will they be going back to their classroom? I'd love it if they could stay. Thank you all for joining us at this very momentous and long-awaited ceremony, the ribbon cutting of the new Center Elementary School. You may hear me call it the CES, okay? We are proud to have all of you here as we celebrate this milestone in our school building project. I want to recognize the many state officials and town officials who have been working with us most recently in over the past 18+ years. Among our honored state official guests with us here today are Senator Barry Feingold, Representatives Tram Nguyen and Vanna Howard. David Robertson, I'm hearing, will be joining us in just a bit. We have our Massachusetts School Building Authority, MSBA Executive Director, Mr. Jack McCarthy, here with Brittany Gomes and Matt Donovan, and our Massachusetts Department of Elementary and Secondary Education Commissioner, Mr. Jeffrey Riley. Thank you for coming today. A More closer to home are our Town of Tewksbury School Committee members, our chair, Ms. Bridget Garabedian, Ms. Kayla Biagioni-Smith, and Mr. Richard Russo. Our select board members are Chair Todd Johnson, James Mackey, Mark Kratman, Jane Wellman, and Jay Kelly. I'd like to ask our elementary school building committee members to stand as I call your name, please. Our chair, Anne Marie Stronach, vice chair, James Cutlass, Jonathan Champa, finance committee member, Tom Cook, Shannon Demos, principal, Jay Harding, business manager, David Libby, assistant superintendent, Lori McDermott, our town manager, Richard Montori, Eric Ryder, school committee member, Keith Sullivan, Lori Sustick, select board member, Jane Wellman, Maria Cutlass, our secretary, and myself, I'm the clerk. I would like to thank all of you, as you have been the most instrumental and most dedicated, hard-working team in leading this project. It has been my honor to serve on this committee with all of you. We have our project team here with us as well. I see them in some of the back rows, starting with our owner's project manager, CBR Harry, Peter Collins, Mike Engsminger, Chris Tremblay, and Marwan Abby Elise, and Chuck Adam. The OPM is the first project team member selected that works on behalf of the town of Tewksbury as our advocate and agent, coordinating and communicating with all other team members throughout all of the project. Thank you to our design team from Plansburg for designing this awesome facility, Mr. Kent Kovacs, George Cruz, and Vince Dubé, as well as the rest of your whole team for the design and engineering of a state-of-the-art elementary school facility. Finally, rounding out our project team is our construction manager at risk, Consigli Construction, Mr. Andrew McNeil, Bob Colella, Heather Lowry, Matt Consigli, and the balance of your team, along with your team of subcontractors. We thank you for the construction of this building, the grounds, and our athletic complex. Thank you all for managing, designing, and constructing this new school on time and within budget. You may also notice that we have recognized several former members of our building committee, former school committee leaders, former select board members, and our former superintendents. There's a good reason for this. The history of this project goes back to 2005 and actually before. It was over 18 years ago when former Superintendent Dr. Christine McGrath, who is with us here today, thank you, Chris, as you had the foresight to do an architectural master plan study in 2005 for our 4 elementary schools and for our high school. The Ryan School and the Wynn School had just been recently newly constructed and fully renovated, respectfully. This study you initiated focused on the other 5 aging and outdated schools, and it openly revealed that they were in desperate need of repair and replacement. In fact, from a scorecard perspective, the 4 elementary schools were older and equally, if not more, in need than the high school. But we were facing accreditation issues requiring immediate attention to the high school facility. So the high school project leapfrogged ahead of the elementary school projects. Once the high school opened, having that master plan study in hand, our next former superintendent, Dr. John O'Connor, submitted an MSBA statement of interest for all elementary schools in 2013, which unfortunately was unsuccessful. But he then resubmitted another statement of interest in 2015, and the MSBA accepted us to move forward. Thank you to Jack and the MSB team. Our building committee began to form in 2016, and the town of Tewksbury voted to approve. There goes a balloon. Our town of Tewksbury voted to approve the feasibility and schematic design phase in 2017. I thought it was appropriate to recognize these many members that have been with us on this long journey and supported that town meeting vote in 2017 and voted to forward the project. You can see their names in our program. So how many superintendents does it take to build a school? Well, next, our, again, former superintendent Christopher Malone joined our building committee from 2017 to 2022 through the feasibility, design, and much of the construction phase of the project. While Chris could not be here with us today, he says, it was certainly an honor to serve the students, parents, and the community members of Tewksbury. This new school is an example of when we all pull in one direction, great things can happen. The students of Tewksbury deserve this fine new school, and I know it will have a positive impact on the state of education in Tewksbury for many years to come. This new Center Elementary School, a crowning jewel, fully replaces the North Street and Trahan schools and pulled all of our second graders out of the Heathbrook and doing schools, still aging 2 schools, but still serving our kindergarten through grade 1 students. The MSBA's support of our school project has just been amazing. Jack, we do hope to see you one more time in the near future for that final jewel in our Tewksbury Public School crown. We've also invited many of our town department leaders here today to offer our gratitude for staying on this journey with us. Your assistance with so many facets of the design, the site planning, the safety and security planning, our central administration office relocation, the historical aspects of the project, and so much more have been most appreciated. Thank you, former principals of the North Street and Trahan schools. While George, Matt, Karen, and Angie are not here with us today, Donna, Mooney, you're here. I heard Ed Foster and Purnima were coming to visit. You certainly get to celebrate the results of a project you simply just kept hearing about for a long time as you led our less than state-of-the-art but well-loved North Street and Trahan schools. Judy and Bill and all the entire Ryan School community, thank you so much for your hospitality and patience as we infiltrated your school campus over the last few years. And of course, we're so grateful to our Tewksbury community, a town full of dedicated supporters who have made that 18-year vision the reality we're standing in today. Our students and staff from all 4 schools came by the site during the pandemic, I might remind you, to sign one of the iron beams that's actually sitting within the ceilings of this school project. We were also excited as the project kicked off, and that beam represents the strength we have when we all work together. This project truly epitomizes that it takes a village, and while we do have months of punch list items to tend to and areas of project to finish, the joy and smiles we see on our students, our teachers, and our staff's faces each day has made the long journey all worthwhile. In just a little bit, we will proudly cut this ceremonious red ribbon in front of me here. And when the 2 sections of the ribbon fall to the floor, this symbolizes the grand opening of this school. We'll end with a light reception, which is set up for you in the back of the room, and proudly then a tour for our guests this morning. Tomorrow, the town of Tewksbury is invited to tour the new school. This community's waited a long time to see their new elementary school, and we can't wait to show it off to them. So at this time, I'd like to continue with our program and invite our state legislators up to the podium to offer their words.
Good morning. Good morning. All right, that's better. It's great to see everyone, and it's great to see so many familiar faces who've made this day become what it is. A couple thanks that I obviously want to thank Brenda for her leadership, thank Jack McCarthy and the rest of his team for all the great work they do, Jeff Riley for all the work that Desi does, and I want to thank the teachers here today. I mean, we can build all these amazing buildings, but it's our teachers that are really the core of what makes this school great. And finally, you know, I'm someone that attended the North Street School early in my years, and it's sometimes hard to let go of the past. But this is better, and this is the future, and this is what our kids deserve. So thank you all so much for making this day possible, and I'm going to hand this over to my colleague, Rep. Tram Nguyen.
Good morning, Tewksbury. I like that. So glad to be here today. I'm Representative Trom Nguyen. It's truly a privilege for me to join my colleagues in the state delegation to be a partner in this long-awaited project. And I'm just so thrilled for the results that came from the collaboration at the local level, the state level, and just so many people pitching in. I'm not going to repeat what the senator said in terms of the thanks to everyone, but truly, this is an investment in our community, in our kids, and in their kids, and that is a great investment. And I'm just so thrilled to be in this welcoming and state-of-the-art place, and we look forward to continue to support you in all that you do for future projects, as we've heard. And so now I want to hand it over to my colleague, Representative Howard, to say a few words.
The advantage of going last, ditto. Good morning, everyone. I am Representative Anna Howard. I represent Lowell and Tewksbury. It's such an honor to be here today with you all. It's a good day to be here to celebrate this reality. It's been a long journey, and all I just wanted to say, this is the school that Tewksbury students and residents deserve. Congratulations to all.
Good morning, everyone. Ian Hatfield here on behalf of Representative Robertson. Representative Robertson regrets he couldn't be here due to a personal emergency, but he just wanted to relay to everyone what a tremendous accomplishment that this is, what a beautiful building this is, and looks forward to all the memories that you all will have here as you go through your educational experience. So thank you very much for having us here today, and congratulations.
You did great, thank you. Next, I'd like to invite the Massachusetts School Building Authority, affectionately known as the MSBA, Executive Director Jack McCarthy, to offer his comments.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. You're still responding. That's beautiful. On behalf of Treasurer Goldberg and Jim McDonald, who's somewhere around here, they're right there, and Maria Popolo from our office, thank you for allowing us to be part of this celebration. You know, the mission of the Mass School Building Authority is to partner with Massachusetts communities to support the design and construction of educationally appropriate, flexible, sustainable, and cost-effective public school facilities. And this project certainly meets that ideal. Benjamin Franklin once said, "An investment in education pays the best interest." And we at the MSBA are proud to be your investing partner to the tune of approximately $31 million. I'm so happy that I got to follow the legislative delegation. You folks have no idea how much behind-the-scenes work they do for projects like this. So you have a great legislative delegation. But like every rock band has a lead singer. And I have to say, Senator Feingold, who's been with me on, I think this is our fourth project here in Tewksbury, has been with us all along the way. So I thank you personally for your leadership, and hopefully they're all learning from you. But they're great, so thank you. And I want to congratulate Anne Marie and the building committee. They did an unbelievable job. You know, they selected CBE Harry, Consigli, and Flansburgh, and that's why this building is on time and under budget, because those three companies, that's what they do for us all over the Commonwealth. And thank you, Anne Marie, for your leadership on this to make sure that that happened here. When I first became the executive director in January of 2012, one of the first people I met was Christine McGrath. And it was when she was working with the Mass Association of School Superintendents. So it was her, Tom Scott, Paul Andrews, and I learned so much from those three people on how I should be approaching this job. And I just want to thank Christine personally for all the guidance you've given me along the way. So thank you. So I just want to talk to the young scholars that we have here today for a second. You know, MSBA gave you some money, you know, because the state delegation gave us some money that we could give out. But the majority of the money for this building came from the citizens of this town. And they went to the polls and voted to raise their own taxes. Like, who does that? And why would you want to raise your own taxes? But I look around at the faces of you folks, you scholars, and it makes so much sense because you deserve it. And they recognize that you deserve it. So I'm going to ask you to do me a favor, and I hope your teachers don't get too mad at me. So on the count of 3, I want you to pick out an adult and look at them and just say thank you. And then calm right down. So here we go. Wait, I didn't count to 3 yet. All right. Now comes the calming down part. Now I know why W.C. Fields never wanted to work with kids, right? So I always like to end my talks with a little saying that kind of tells you how we feel about what we do at the MSBA. Dan Valentine was a reporter for the Salt Lake City Tribune, and he once described his school as a building of 4 walls with tomorrow inside. And we at the MSBA are proud to be part of Tewksbury's tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Jack. That was just lovely. And now our Massachusetts Department of Elementary and Secondary Education Commissioner, Jeff Riley, is also here to honor our new school grand opening kickoff event. Jeff?
For the next 2 hours, I'd like to review the rules and regulations of the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. Good morning, everyone. Tewksbury tough. Yes, you had school today. God bless you. I brought my daughter with me who didn't have school today, so Tewksbury tough. You know, my daughter's a senior in high school now, but I was thinking as I was driving into this beautiful complex about when she was first going to kindergarten. And her mom and I were worried about her. She was very quiet, she had some challenges, and we weren't sure she was going to love school. But it turns out my daughter loved everything about school. And from maybe kindergarten till 5th grade, every day I would come home from work and she would run to the door and say, "Daddy, Daddy, let's play school." Now, Daddy's played a lot of school all day. But I played with her because she loved everything about it. And I never needed to go to a parent conference because when we played school, she was the teacher and I was the student. She was serious about the school because she had her objective. There was a do now. I always felt there was limited time for bathroom breaks. And I'm not sure that the squirt gun she used as a disciplinary device against me was appropriate, but we let it slide. But it's no stretch to say that the teachers in that school really helped my daughter become this amazing young woman that she is today. And so I just want to take a minute to thank all the teachers here. So give yourselves a round of applause. I think communities are judged by how they treat their kids. And today is just another statement about how much Tewksbury cares about its kids. From the delegation that we heard from, to the select board, the town manager, the superintendent, the principals, the teachers, the custodians, the parents, the board that got this on time and under budget. All of these adults here care about you, the kids. And I don't think there could be a better statement of what's happening in Tewksbury than the opening of this building. Congratulations to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. And now Anne Marie Stronach, the most amazing chairperson of our building committee, will offer her remarks.
Wow. I cannot begin to tell you how happy I am to be here celebrating with all of you. And I am grateful that you let the kids stay, because this is really a day about them. So let's just give our kids one big round of applause. So I didn't want to speak today, and I asked the superintendent not to let me be on the agenda, but as we all know, our superintendent is very determined and usually gets what she wants, so here I stand before you. And I thought to myself, what do I want to share? What do I want to share today? And the only thought that kept coming back to my mind over and over was gratitude. I cannot begin to tell you the gratitude I feel for living in a community like Tewksbury. I cannot begin to tell you the gratitude I have for the elected officials, the citizens, the residents, the seniors, everyone who comes out every day and does amazing things in this community. We wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for what I call the A-team of the school committee. Chrissy Palomino, Arthie Bennett, Brian Dick, Dennis Francis, Jane Wellman, who now is a selectman, and the 3 superintendents who kept advocating, going back. We're back, Jack, we're back, to get this done. I come into this complex and I am just beaming with pride and inspiration. The big thing and what I'm most proud of is that this community values education. They value it so much that they put their money where their mouth is, and they know that they do it because every single one of you are going to elevate and raise and do unbelievable things that we can't even imagine to contribute to the future. So I want to thank you in advance, because I want you to go out there and continue to inspire and be amazing. Thank you so much. And I have to thank the building committee. And one last shout out to the, I can't leave this podium without saying it. I know it's one more thing, but I can't leave this podium without thanking our review committee on the change orders, Dave Libby, Jonathan Champa, Richard Montori. Unbelievable, amazing job if you look at those change orders, right, Jack? So, thank you all.
Thank you, Anne-Marie. And now we'll have our school committee chair, Ms. Bridget Garabedian, share her thoughts on the new school project.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. There really isn't anything I can say that hasn't already been said, but what I'd like to add is we have some fantastic people that work in this town that don't live in this town, and I think it's worth recognizing them, that there are people that dedicate themselves day after day, not just to this project, but to so many projects in our town, and they don't live here, but they love this town as if it's their own. So I need to recognize that, because it's a labor of love that they're doing this. That includes our teachers, our staff, our administrators. Their heart and soul is in this town, but they don't live here. So that's pretty spectacular. So, yeah. And then, of course, it's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be in this building. I've had children go through the district that are still in the district that won't have the opportunity to be in this school, but I am so, so, so happy for this building, for the opportunity for our staff to be in this building, and for students to just not have to worry about water dripping on their heads, about, able to drink the water in the building. I mean, all of these things, they don't have the same meaning if you're not in those buildings every single day. The Trahan and the North Street are beloved schools, and it was because of the staff. It was because of the community that was built inside of them. So it's such a nice thing to see those two communities come together in this school, and I look forward to the growth and the love that was in those two buildings to now be together in this one. So thank you guys, and thank you to our community for supporting it.
Well, it's as if you knew what might be coming up. And finally, it's my absolute pleasure to ask the power team of our new school up to the podium, Principal Jay Harding and Assistant Principal Robert Rogers.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, Center Elementary staff and students. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for staff for changing on the fly for the 95th time. We appreciate all of you, so thank you. So good morning and welcome to our new home, Center Elementary. If you don't know me, I'm Jay Harding, and my very tall partner, Rob Rogers, AKA the power couple, as Mrs. Regan put us. And we are so, so proud of our students, our staff, and our parents. We have pulled off an amazing feat, opening a school mid-year, bringing 4 separate and distinct buildings together as one, and creating a welcome and nurturing educational environment as a one Center Elementary family. And we're so proud of all of you for that. We want to thank our community for supporting and bringing this project to life. Tewksbury should be extremely proud of Center Elementary. In being part of the Elementary Building Committee, I've been able to watch this project come to life, and it's been amazing. Thank you to the Building Committee for all you've done to support our beautiful new school. We also want to thank our town and district leadership for supporting the project and supporting Rob and myself through this process. It's been quite a process. Without their guidance and support, we would not have been successful. We want to thank our designers and construction teams for designing and building this beautiful school. We want to thank our district leadership team for not only supporting us through this process, but listening and putting up with all the conversations when the center was around us. So thank you. We appreciate you. While this project started many years ago, it got very real for us this year, running the daily operations of 2 buildings while preparing the 2nd grade staff in 2 other buildings for the move, all the while ensuring mostly our family, our students, and our staff that all will be okay. I think that was our favorite expression. It'll be all right. But also making the daily run as seamless as possible. Quelling those nerves was our #1 job in reassuring that everyone will be okay. And it was okay. Our move came, and everyone, parents, students, and staff stepped up to the plate. We were packed on time, and a move that was supposed to take a week only took 3 days. Amazing. Yet again, amazing feat from all of our amazing staff. The rooms were ready and inviting and waiting for the students to return. Again, thank you, our amazing staff. We had tours of the building for staff and students, as well as evening events for families to see their children who will be attending our new home. We had over 1,500 family members attend over 3 evenings. It was amazing. To share the most common question from almost every group that we had coming in with our students was, when are we putting water in our pool? Which is one of our outdoor learning spaces. The looks on their faces were hilarious when they found out it was actually an outdoor learning space. We have equated our Herculean feat of moving and opening the buildings to building a plane mid-flight, literally. We packed up our classrooms in school while still teaching all of the students. We unpacked and prepared our classrooms in schools in only 2 days, all while discovering and learning about our beautiful new building. We welcomed our students and families to the classrooms that looked and felt ready to learn. We're so proud of all of you. Here we are, just 3 weeks into our new building, and look at where we are. Happy staff, Happy students, happy families. We are creating bonds as a Center Elementary family. Staff from across the buildings have come together in meetings as full grade levels already. Staff and students are comfortable with our new home. As administrators, we couldn't ask for anything more of what our fantastic staff and students have already shown us. Brick and mortar make the building. Staff, students, family, and community make this brick and mortar come to life and have a true Center Elementary heartbeat. The sky is the limit at Center Elementary. We are Center Strong. Thank you, everyone. So now, we would like just to acknowledge the wonderful banner up there that was created by the second grade team. Welcome to Center Elementary. Ms. Poggio, you are up first with your music selection, followed by a poem from our selection of our fourth grade students. Ms. Poggio.
Our first song is This Land Is Your Land. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the redwood forest to the ocean waters. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking backward through a highway, I saw above me
just want to add, boys and girls, fantastic job, Ms. Poshio and Ms. Chambers. That was 3 weeks. 3 weeks they did that, so awesome job. Grade 4, you have a poem for us, again, in just a matter of a couple of weeks.
Breaks the roof, the earth below, the solid walls of what we know. The space we feel, the scenery. Does this make all this place to be? The light and shade that once we sensed, the whole community condensed. One familiar space. To what extent are we displaced? Or rather, are we hearts and minds? With bricks and mortar left behind. The bond we form, the friends we make, the things we need not to pack to take. The build-up skills, the lessons learned, the wealth of our respect hard-earned. We are this school, both me and you, and if we move, the school moves too.
Wow. What talent. She's... That was lovely. And truly, really, this is what it's all about, isn't it? So finally, I'd like to direct your attention to the back of the program. A project of this magnitude and today's event is not possible without the support, the long-term commitment, and hard work of so many. It's simply impossible to list everyone who has had their fingerprints on this school project over such a long time. So to anyone whose name we may have missed, please know you're all truly appreciated for your efforts on behalf of our students and our staff. Again, after the ribbon-cutting ceremony and our photo moment, please join us for a reception in the back of our cafeteria, and then those who wish are invited to take the school tour with us. So now we're going to move this podium. I'm going to invite people up to the front for the ceremonious ribbon cutting.
Okay,